Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic, Volume 7, Episode 28. Yesterday's video was one of the shortest I've ever recorded, with very simple rules and a pretty straightforward puzzle. We'll see if that continues today, but it's going to be a little trickier because we've got a variant of an old friend, Akari, that we are going to do today. And just as a quick note for people who are solving along, because this is a variant puzzle, the PuzzLink interface does not automatically check those answers. You need to click the check base type button, which only checks the basic rules of the puzzle. You're left to check the variant rules yourself. So just with that in mind, let's take a look at the rules. In Akari, we place lights in some cells so that every cell is illuminated. Lights are represented just by circles in this interface, and you can see them illuminating things by highlighting them in green in this solution. Lights illuminate the cell they're in, as well as all cells seen in a straight line horizontally or vertically, unobstructed by black cells. So this light here is illuminating this entire row, and vertically it is illuminating these 4 cells. It's not illuminating this one because it's blocked by this black cell. Lights may not illuminate each other. So while they could be in the same row or column, they would need to be obstructed by a black cell if so. And clues represent the number of lights in the cells orthogonally adjacent to it. So the 2 is saying that of these 4 orthogonally adjacent, that just means horizontally or vertically, of these 4 cells, exactly 2 of them have lights in them. Those are the basic rules of Akari, but we also have an Antiknight variant, and the Antiknight variant says that lights cannot be a chess knight's move apart from other lights. So the chess knight, if you're not familiar with chess, is 2 in one direction and then 1 in an L shape from there. So, for example, this one is a chess knight's move away from here, 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 and here. So those 8 cells are a chess knight's move apart. And as soon as we place a light, we can't place a light in any of those other cells. Those are the rules of Antiknight Akari, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's Antiknight Akari was set by Tyrgannus. We have some givens. We've got some zeros that can't have any lights next to them, so I'm just going to pencil those in to begin with. And then we will think about, I guess, the 3, because that's our largest number to deal with. So, is there some orientation of these 3 that is immediately problematic? There's an interaction I see between this 3 and the 2 up here that is going to get us going. The 3 clue needs obviously at least one of these 2 cells to have a light in it, because even if we crammed as many as we possibly can in the other positions, we still have 1 left over. So this has 1 or 2 lights in it. And the same is true about these 2. We can't have no lights in these because there's not room to put 2 anywhere else. So there's at least 1 light among these 2, and at least 1 light among these 2, and we can only have 2 lights total in those slots because they see each other. So what that means is we're going to have 1 light in one of these 2, and then here is the other one for the 2. And for the 3, the same thing happens, but on the other end. We're only going to have 1 of these lit, and then these 2 are lights. So we should use our Antiknight rule and go around this one and mark the knight's move cells away from that as not having lights. We should do that with this one. 3, 4. These are redundant, but I'm just doing it to illustrate where those 8 are. This one sees that one, this one, that one, this. So that one wasn't very productive because those were all already marked. So let's see if that has given us anything. This 2 clue is done by normal Akari rules. These two can't have, it must be the other lights. And we should look at Knight's moves away from this one and then also this one. That's done. And this light being here tells us where the other light is for the 2 clue here. It's on this side. And again, we will look at the Knight's move and mark those. So far we've been marking the Knight's moves, but I don't think we've actually used it in the solution. Our final clue, we can also resolve like that. And we mark the Knight's moves away from there. So we've now used up all of the clues we were given. So we need to determine. We need to find a cell that can only be lit in one way. This is one that I see. This cell. We know it can't have a light in it because of this 0. We know that a light can't be here because of the Knight's move from this light. And these two are just illuminated by other lights, so they can't have light bulbs in them. So this is the only place we can put a light bulb and illuminate this cell. So this is the first time we're going to use the Knight's move. So we'll put a light there. There are no unmarked cells within a Knight's move of there, so we can move on. That is going to cascade to this one. There's only one place we can put a light to illuminate there, and that's here. And this is a Knight's move away, so that can't have a light in it. Also these, but we already know that there are no lights in those spots. How about down in this corner? Do we have this one? Here is one that can only be lit by this cell because this one was ruled out by Knight's move from these 2 lights. So this has to be lit. And this has to be lit by something, and the only place that can happen is itself. I forgot to consider Knight's move from here. These are already known around here, but this one is probably important. That's a Knight's move away. Because now, to light this cell, we can't put a light in that spot. We've got to put it here, because this is Knight's move from there. So we put a light there. That gives us this whole row. And Knight's move from this is not important, because this whole area is all completely resolved already. So we just have these remaining cells to light, and none of them, apart from this one, have been ruled out by any Knight's move shenanigans. So one of these 2 will be lit in order to light this one up. And I think that's what's important. We don't know which one yet, but there's something that happens. This is something that I'm able to see because of this type of pattern showing up in some Sudoku variants where you have cells that are seen by a variety of other cells, and one of them needs to have, in Sudoku, it would be like probably a particular number in them. In this case, since one of these has to have a light, this cell is either in the same row as a light, or it's a Knight's move away from a light. So this does not have a light in it. And the same is true here. It is either in the same row as the light, or it's a Knight's move away from the light, whichever one of these is lit. And so this does not have a light in it. And that is crucial, because now how do we illuminate this cell? We can't do it from up here anymore. So we've got to do it, and we can't do it from itself. So it's got to be here. And as soon as we do that, we have lit everything but this corner, which again can't have a light in it. So this has to be where the last light goes. And now we can just visually double check that there are no lights in the grid that are a night's move apart from one another, because our checker will not verify that. And when we're satisfied with that, we can check the base type and verify that that is how you solve an anti-night Akari.